Okay friends, to get started on replacing our blower motor, the first thing you have to do is locate it. It's going to be located on the passenger side of the engine compartment right here. Now obviously when we try to remove this, there's going to be a couple things in the way. We're going to have to get this right out of here. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up on this and we'll remove the wiring. Anytime you remove wiring, double check it. If you see any funny colors, it's corrosion and it needs to be dealt with. This one looks fine, so I'll set it aside. The next thing I want to do is remove my two mounting bolts. I'll have one over here and one located a little lower. We'll get those out of the way and then we'll move this. Now we'll just carefully grab onto this and set it aside so it's putting no pressure on our cable. Now with that out of the way, we have plenty of room to get the blower motor out. Let's continue on by removing the wiring right here. That one looks good as well. Now this area right here, you're going to find a rubber strap. Go ahead and grab onto that and then slide it aside. Then you can grab this tube and pull it out of the blower motor. Double check it, make sure it doesn't look like it's obstructed with anything. This looks fine, set it aside. Now we need to remove all of our mounting bolts that hold the blower motor to the box. You're going to find this has three mounting bolts, one here, over here, and then one down at the bottom. Remove all three. Grab onto the blower motor, break it free from the box, and remove it. There it is, friends. Now it's going to be time to install our brand new blower motor. Something that you want to pay attention to is the gasket. You want to make sure that it's lined up. You can see that it has these slotted areas. If you line those up, you should also have the bolt holes lined up. Once you have that all set, let's continue on to putting it into the truck. We've got our little tabs here on the box. You want to make sure that those line up with the holes on the blower motor itself. Of course, as we put it in, you also want to make sure that the holes for the bolts line up with the holes in the actual box itself as well. Take your mounting bolts and start them in. Let's go ahead and snug them up. Double check to make sure it's completely secured. This feels great. It's going to be time to get this onto the new blower motor. Before you do that though, pay attention down in this area. You want to make sure that this is still onto the box. Go ahead and press it up on there so it's secured. Next we'll go ahead and put this into the hole on the blower motor. We'll bring the strap around. It's very important to make sure you have this completely situated into the blower motor. If it's not going to function properly. With that completely secured, let's continue on to the wiring. Slide it in, clip it, give it a nice tug. Make sure it's secured. Now let's get this back in as well. Line it up with where it needs to be, start in both of your bolts, and then snug them up. Now let's plug this in as well. Listen for a click, and then give it a nice tug. Okay friends, we got the blower motor in there. What's left to do? Go ahead and test it. Hop in the truck, put the key in the on position, make sure the blower motor works on all speeds with no funny noises.